So as we look around, we wonder, when can we return to something that appears to be normal, something that feels right and closer to what we used to know? And when can we get back out and get back to Disney World and do some of the fun things that we know? And the answer is, no one's really sure. This virus is really a big deal. It's a much bigger deal than I think some people understand. In fact, this graph, I think, kind of represents it in a way. It kind of articulates why or how big a deal this is. Now, I know you can look at the data and you can just say, hey, the virus is going up, the number of deaths is going up. And you may think of it, or perhaps have heard somebody say, it's a hoax, it's not all that, it's really not as bad as that. And to be honest with you, the virus doesn't care. It's going to continue to cause harm. It's going to continue to make people sick. People will die. So, we have to think about sacrificing just a little bit, just a bit, for the greater good to be able to make things better. Now, if we look back 60 years in history, we hear John F. Kennedy at his inauguration had this to say.
In the long history of the world, only a few generations have been granted the role of defending freedom in its hour of maximum danger. I do not shrink from this responsibility. I welcome it. I do not believe that any of us would exchange places with any other people or any other generation. The energy, the faith, the devotion which we bring to this endeavor will light our country and all who serve it. And the glow from that fire can truly light the world. And so, my fellow Americans, ask not what your country can do for you, ask what you can do for your country. My fellow citizens of the world, ask not what America will do for you, but what together we can do for the freedom of man. Finally, whether you are citizens of America or citizens of the world, ask of us here the same high standards of strength and sacrifice which we ask of you. With a good conscience, our only sure reward, with history the final judge of our deeds, let us go forth to lead the land we love, asking his blessing and his help, but knowing that here on earth, God's work must truly be our own.
So what was JFK talking about specifically? He was talking about sacrificing for the greater good. So there is one thing, just one thing that we ask of you, and it's an easy thing, and it should be something that everybody's doing. So Dave, what is that one thing? Well, yeah, wear a face mask. That's the one thing you can do to sacrifice and help prevent the spread of this virus. And get it under control so we can return to something close to normal. So we can get back to going to Disney World, to having some fun. Look, you wear these every time you go to the parks, right? Why can't you just wear this for a little while? Sacrifice, give of yourself just a little bit. Do something good for your country, your fellow man. Wear a face mask. They're available in lots of different places. You can find them at pharmacies, drugstores. I think even like Target and Walmart have them. You can find them on Etsy, Amazon. Lots of different places you can find face masks with different styles. They got the gator style that pulls up like a, sort of like a bandana. It's like a thing that goes around your neck. You got this style that's the surgical style. You get some that tie around the back. Different things you can get. Just get one and wear it. It's not hard. It's, yeah, I'm a little warm right now. I get that. But you know what? It's for a greater good. So it's all good. And I suggest you wear one. And that's how we get back to something close to normal and be able to get back to Disney World. So wear a mask. That's my advice to you, my public service announcement.